Hi guys, this is Cash and I'm checking in with you from Frankfurt, Germany with Ignite Thermogenic Fat Burner. This is my little secret to keeping lean and having good energy throughout my busy days while I travel. So I want you guys to be sure to check out Ignite, especially if you're trying to get yourself in shape for this summer. Oh, Ignite is gonna get you into bikini body shape. You know, I gotta show you guys a bit of what's going on. Ignite is gonna help you get the results that you want. You're gonna love this product. I certainly do. So I'll put the link down below for the website. Be sure to check them out on Instagram and use my promo code to get great discounts. Check in with you guys soon.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Chaos Nutrition. Okay, this is our old school training. Let me just tell you something. I see a lot of guys on the internet, and I see a lot of things. Are you old school? You're not old school. I'm old school. When you've been training almost 50 years, one more year will be 50 years that I've been working out. 50. Okay? A lot of pictures you see of me, older pictures, like that. Where is it? Can you see it? Right there, that famous picture of me. That was on my grandmother's wall, that exact picture. Those things are from the 70s, okay? There's a lot of stuff about me, and even in the early 80s, blah, blah, blah. But I've been working out that long. When Schwarzenegger was just starting to kick out to Mr. Olympias, okay? 1972, 73, all of that. I met him the first time. I would say 76, but it might have been 75 because it was before Pumping Iron. But regardless, that's how long I've been training in gyms, okay? I was there before there was ever Nautilus machines. There were no Nautilus. I remember when Nautilus first came out, you know? We thought every machine that had pulleys and stuff were universal. You know, I went to a gym in my school, my high school, in the 70s that had, like, you know, just a little universal machine where you push the leg press, you do some dips, you do the bench. You know, I was in 9th grade, and I was doing, like, the stack was, like, I don't know, 250, 275, and I was doing this whole stack, you know. You know what I mean? You have no fucking clue. There was a bar in there that was like maybe 275 pounds. And I used to be able to snatch that shit and get it over my fucking head. Nobody in the school could. There may be one or two other guys that were like big fucking bulls and shit. They weren't built like me though. So, what I'm trying to tell you is, you see all these guys on YouTube talking about old school. What, you think you're from the 90s? That's old school? Even the 80s, that's not old school. Old school, bro. Old school's from way back, because 60s, 70s, and back. You know what I mean? If you've been working out fucking 50 years, you're old school. I'll give you 40 years, you're old school. But if you've been working out 20 years, that ain't no old school. Please. You've had pubic hair on your dick only 20-something years. Give me a break, okay? That's what I'm trying to tell you. There's a lot of these guys on YouTube, old school bodybuilding. Yeah, old school, the old school way. I know the old school way. I've been in the gym. There's Arnold right there, look. You know, doing cable rows or doing fucking side laterals and shit. There he is, right there. Now, I didn't work out with him. But I've worked out with Samir Banu. I've worked out with a lot of guys. Anyway, let's talk about some fucking real old school shit here. Shit I like. Back in the day when you... Hey, we're gonna really talk a little bit about old school here today, but let me just show you some magazines. Back in the day when you bought a magazine, you were like stoked. Every picture wasn't taken with the lights and the fucking, you know, the background and maybe, you know, enhanced with the computers. That's right. I worked for Muscular Development for how many years? Okay, those guys, they would take the pictures, you know. You see one guy doing a leg press, right? And those are sweat, beads of sweat, and he'd be standing up, and the other guy standing by him like this. And, you know, like, come on! It's all bullshit, you know. I was there when one of the MD guys was taking a protein drink, right? He was making a protein shake, and he was actually going to go for a show, so he didn't really want to. It was a shit. I'm not going to say what company it was for, because if I say the company it was for, you may be able to guess who the guy was, okay? Because he worked for the company, and he had their protein. He's making a scoop, and it's showing him in, like, you know, at his house how he does things, you know. And he's taking a scoop of that protein from that company, from company X, right? And he tells the camera, okay, that's it, cut. And he takes the fucking thing and he throws it right in the garbage. He dumps the protein out into the sink, gets a new, you know, rinses out the blood, puts in a new thing, puts in new shit, and puts his own protein powder that he uses, okay? And he took the big tub of the fucking company that he works for and he threw it in the garbage. Now, you just know that I went in the garbage and say, hey, you ain't throwing that shit out, I'm taking that. But what I'm trying to tell you is, everything today is fucking glitz and ritz and photoshopped and fucking, you know, dyed, fried, and laid to the side. You know, they do all that shit. Okay, fancy music in the videos and all that. When I pose myself, but when, you know, I post a fanfare for a common man. Don't know what that is? ELP. Google it. Fanfare for a common man. That was always my posing song. A lot of guys used to post to old school, you know, old school classic music, you know. I mean, everybody knows that Ed Corney used to pose to My Way. But it wasn't like today where guys were up there, you know, doing all this bullshit. Now you see them, they say, I like that. I'm old school. You're not really old school, because if you're old school, you wouldn't like that. All right. Now, one of the girls that follows us here, you know who you are. Please forgive me. I gotta go look at your name. I'm bad. Okay, I got so much shit. But I guess she was good friends with Ron Tufel. Are you watching? Do you know who I'm talking about? Alright? Okay. If the girl's watching this, she's thanked me every time I showed Ron Tufel stuff. And I gotta be honest with you. I've met Ron Tufel. He wasn't a big guy. He was short and everything. He was a great bodybuilder. He actually inspired me. Now, I bought this magazine myself in This is December 1979, and it's the same magazine I wound up working for many years later, right there. Ron Tufel. Look at that, right there. Mr. America, look at that physique. Look at that physique, okay? Wait a minute, that's right, but I don't think he won Mr. America, did he? He won the, Alright, hold on, we'll figure this out. Just blew my brain. I think he won the Mr. Universe. So, look, Ron Tufel, okay? Here we go. Look at him. That's him, Ronnie Tufel. Okay, look at that physique on him. Now, we pull him back at this. Now, remember, this is Muscular Development Magazine. It was owned by York Barbell, so of course they're going to put the... Who doesn't remember? If you're old school, you'll remember this article. Look, you remember that ad right there. Look at that. For the barbells and all that, look at that. You remember that ad right there. If you don't remember that ad, you ain't old school. You full of shit is what you are. Okay, look at Ronnie Tufel, Mr. USA, right here. Ronnie Tufel. Ready? Look at him. Look at him. Ronnie. There you go. And if the girl who's watching this, okay, look at that. I hope you're happy. There he is. Ron Tufel. There he is. Mr. USA. Ron Tufel. Okay, look at him. There's his physique. Big inspiration to me. Nice guy. Met him. Fucking abs. Dude, he has some killer abs. Here he is here. Here, this is Ron. Okay. This is our cover guy, Ron Tufel, right here. Okay. That's not the greatest picture of him, but they got him here. Wait, listen. Hold on. Give me a break here. Here he is here. Alright. That's Ronnie. Right there. Okay. They're talking about his training. Dude, this is the 1970s, okay? This is the 1970s, bro. Alright? My girlfriend's going to kill me because the back of that magazine, the back page just came off. Oh, look, wait. Ronnie Tufel, right here, back page. Look at that. That's the back page. See the no lettering. It's just like the front page right here, which has, the front page has the letters. This one does not, but that's Ron Tufel, right there. Now, wait a minute. There was a big controversy. Let's show Ron Tufel again. I'm going to get into the controversy for a second here. Now, you old school guys might remember, but you new school guys, you fucking new school guys have no clue. You only know what you read on internet. Okay, look, that's Ronnie right there, okay? Ronnie, look at his fucking abs. Bro, he was known for his abs, Ron Tufel. There was a big controversy with Ron. You gotta be fucking kidding me. Now the fucking centerfold just came out. I'm a dead man. Because my girlfriend sells these fucking things, she's gonna kill me. Wait, a little sidebar for Ron Tufel for a second, because do you guys remember Doris, whatever her name is? It was a French last name. Remember her? She was an older woman, but a female fitness star. Do you remember her? If you're old school, you remember Doris. Doris Bernal or Bernal. Anyway. So, one of the big controversy with Ron Tufel is, here we are here, okay, where he lost to Tony Pearson for Mr. America, which he should have won easily. There he is there, okay? That's Ronnie Tufel, and I believe that's Tony Pearson with him. I can't see. Okay, there. Tony Pearson and Ronnie Tufel. Right there, Ron Tufel. Okay? Now, there was a big thing, but Tony Pearson went on to win. Here it is, right here, look. There's Tony Pearson, okay? He went on to win the Mr. America, okay? He wins the Mr. America. I don't know if you can see that. All right, Tony. He went on to win the Mr. America, but Tufel was the guy they all thought should have won. Tufel won the short class. Here's the classes right here. I don't know if I can get this for you guys to see. I can't see what the fuck I'm showing you. That's the problem. Right here's the small class, right here. Okay, that's right there. Ronnie Tufel. Okay, let me read it to you. Fuck your mother. Alright, shit's fucking falling. But these are old magazines, bro. I bought this. 1979, bro. December 1979. I bought this magazine. Ron Tufel won the short. The medium was Tony Pearson, went on to win the overall. And Manuel Perry. Remember Manuel Perry? He won the tall. Wow. Larry Jackson. Look who's placed second. Guys, fucking watch this. Look who placed second right here. Can you see it? Wait, let me fold this magazine over. Can you see who won? Ronnie Tufel won first. Look who won second. Can you see his name? Tom Platz. Tom Platz placed second to Ronnie Tufel right there. Okay? Tom Platz was in that show. Now, Tom Platz went on to win the university. I know that he won that, and it was really, there was a lot of Tony Pandolfo's and there's Carlos Rodriguez. There was a lot of guys in that small class, the short class. But, I love this shit, bro. Look at these fucking ads, bro. I love this shit. Who doesn't remember this? Okay, who don't remember this shit? Fuck, man. Fuck. I love this stuff. Look what female bodybuilders. That girl Doris Bernal, I can't see Doris Bernalax or whatever. Right there. Remember those girls right there? Look at that. Okay? Do you remember that? That's fitness chicks, okay? They were no kids. Look at them. Alright? Now, some of you old school guys, you should remember these girls. I can't read the names, you son of a bitch. Anyway, that was what the female bodybuilders look like back then. Dude, this is great stuff. You don't understand. When I look at this shit, it brings back memories of when I was young. Rudy Hermosillo, right here. Outstanding physique. Rudy Hermosillo. Okay? I met him in person in like 1980, 81. He won the Teenage America. This is the guy that won the Teenage America. Okay? And Rudy Hermosillo. And when he won, Sylvester Stallone's the guy that gave out the awards. And if you old school guys know what the outcome of that was. Sylvester Stallone, it was a golden bowl. Sylvester Stallone put it on Rudy Hermosillo's head. It might have been a silver bowl, whatever. It was a bowl. And he put it on Rudy Hermosillo's head. Super teenager right there. Even though they said he was really 21 because he was Mexican, he bullshitted about his age. You know what I mean? Sounds like my mother-in-law. You know? She looks 81. But she's not. She's younger than me. Anyway. So, so that was Ronnie Toolful. And to the girl who always supports me and watches watches these shows here, okay? Oh, by the way, sorry, right here. Hoffman's, look at, who doesn't remember that? The Hoffman ad with all their goods right there. This is 1970s. Look at those supplements. Okay, to that girl, thank you. God bless Ronnie. I hope he's up in heaven. Look, put the wrong thing on here. I hope Ronnie Toolful's up in heaven right now. Hope he's smiling. He's on the cover right here. The cover guy right there. Muscular Development Magazine, 1979. Right there. So we got Ronnie Toolful. Let me see what else we got. Hold on a second here. I like this magazine. Is my favorite muscle digest. Now, I used to love, that's Kalman Skalick. Who old school guys know this guy was like a mass monster to all of us. Okay? I loved Cal Skalick. Now, this magazine right here, now, look, holy shit, like the one I just showed you, Ronnie Toolful, December. Okay? December 1979. So I was young. The magazine cost me $1.75. I was young and I saw this and I thought, look at this guy, Cal Skalick. I thought, my God, what a monster he is. You know? What a monster he is. Look. Remember this? Milk and egg, super milk and egg protein. Who used to remember this shit? Right? Milk protein. Right? Yeah, milk, that one's milk and egg protein. Remember that shit? That became like the top stuff right there. Who doesn't remember that ad? Who doesn't remember that fucking ad? You ain't old school. You fucking guys. Dude, remember these shirts? I love these shirts. There was a kid who didn't even fucking lift weights, but he used to wear this shirt when I was young. Right here. Wait, which one is it? Right there. Diana Ball. Breakfast of Champions. Remember that? Look at that. Look at all those shirts right there. Remember that? Who doesn't remember those shirts? Remember that? Diana Ball. Breakfast of Champions. It's the truth, though. Right? It was the truth back then. Look, who's this? Gary's looking over. Oh, I remember this ad. This is insanity. It shows like steroids. This is insane. You shouldn't use these. This is insanity. Remember that? Okay, and here we go with Robbie Robinson right here. Great picture of Robbie doing the most muscular. And right next to him, Frank Zane. Head case, Frank Zane. Major head case, bro. Dude, who doesn't remember? Do you remember Jackie Nubray, Serge Nubray's wife? Do you guys remember her? Jackie Nubray. Do you remember that? She was a hot. She had some sexy. She was like him. She used to do the same pose and shit. She's kind of doing it. She's kind of doing the same pose right there. Look. Look, look. That he used to do. Kind of that relaxed, like to the side, like, you know, kind of like, you know. He was, who didn't like Serge Nubray? If you didn't like Sergio Bray, not only were you not old school, you were an idiot. Because Sergio Bray had one of the most beautiful bodies. I'm just looking for shit here. I remember seeing this chick. Who is this? Connie Machado, Miss Western America. Back then I thought she was the hottest thing. Look. Look at that waist, bro. Look at that tiny waist. But see, you can see that that's natural. That's not a girl that's all juiced up. You know? Now, you guys today, you don't believe anybody's natural. That's another thing about old school bodybuilders. You give everybody the benefit of the doubt. When we saw guys, we didn't say, oh, he's a juice head. Today, you could have a natural bodybuilder, and nobody believes, even women. She ain't natural. She's doing Anadrol or Anavar or some shit like that. Bro, you can see that that's a natural physique. Fuck you. I know. Okay, that's a natural physique on a chick. Okay? That's no fucking juiced up chick. You fucking guys giving your girl Anavar and all that shit, so she gets kind of like hard, not real big and everything. Oh, I knew this guy. Holy shit. Ronnie Mangum, right? That's right. Yeah. Ron Mangum. Any of you East Coast old school guys remember Ron Mangum? Great bodybuilder. Ronnie Mangum. Won a lot of shows. Ron Mangum. Remember that? Remember him? A lot of you guys might remember Ron Mangum. Fucking great stuff here, man. This is great stuff. This brings back memories. See, you guys, again, you guys don't fucking, you have no idea, man. This is, when I hear guys tell me, I'm old school, you ain't old school, bro. You don't even know what the fuck old school is. Would you read a magazine? Here's Calvin Scalick right here, dude. Like, he was jacked. Look at him. Look at Cal Scalick right there. Okay? Jacked. Could have used a little more in the thighs, but still. Gordon Wong. Oh, man, I remember that shit. Ray Mentzer. I know Ray. Holy Christ, Ray was fucking crazy. He was crazy, Ray Mentzer. Mike Mentzer's brother. He was fucking nuts, bro. Look, he won a show, he can't even fucking smile. Look, he won. What was this? The Mr. America. He won 1979. And here he is. Can't even smile. Doesn't even look like he's happy. Looks like he's upset. He looks upset that he won the fucking Mr. America. Ah, shit. Oh my God. God help me. Anyway, I'm trying to think. Oh, here he is, Serge Nubray. Here he is, Serge Nubray. And wait, what's up with NSP supplements? Look, Serge Nubray. Come on, bro. Look at that physique. From top to bottom, look at that physique. From top to bottom. Look at that. That's beautiful. That doesn't look like the shit you see today. Everybody looks like that, right? Everybody. Bill Pearl. Keys to the inner universe. And then, really quick, I'll show you. Wait, hold on. I don't know what the hell I did with the other magazine. I'm going to be in trouble. Alright, really quick, right? Now, you see something like guys like this couldn't even win today. Couldn't even win like a local show, right? But that guy right there, I think he won Mr. World, Mr. Universe. Where the fuck's his name? I don't even see his name. His name's right here, actually, but I can't see it. Okay? I can't see what that says, so forget about it. Anyway, more York and Hoffman stuff on the back. And wait a minute, now what year is this? Holy shit. 1977. Right there. 1977. I remember buying these things thinking, my God, look what that guy looks like. You know? He don't look bad, for that era, but, I mean, come on. For that era, he looked good. I remember seeing this trim your waist. Do you remember seeing this ad? I thought, look at that physique, that's like flawless. Today, you'd be like, oh shit, that looks like a gymnast. But still, that's it. Those are different kind of physiques than the guys today. These guys today are way too juiced up. See now, I worked out, this is the York, that's the York, like, Scott bench, Preacher Co bench. I worked out, I told you, it's right here. Look, that's my father's art bench. Put it at an angle like this. I'd lean over with bar, and I used to work out on my father's art bench. And that was my preacher bench, That was great stuff. I mean, hey, listen. when when you have to improvise, you gotta improvise, right? You have to do what you gotta do. Oh, wait a minute. This is, what's his name? Perry Rader? Is that Perry Rader? No, that's Bob Hoffman. Look at Bob Hoffman. Old man, but look at this shit. Look at this vacuum. Look at that vacuum. Do you guys remember Bob Hoffman? Look at the vacuum on him. Look at him sucking in that gut right there. Look at that. That's pretty fucking good. That's Bob Hoffman, bro. That's the father of all that York barbell stuff. Dude, he's probably like fucking 70-something years old there. Look at that, bro. Come on. That's fucking old school. Now, here's the guy from the cover. He looks a lot better here. Okay? But you see, these are all black and white photos. I love black and white photos. Oh, Frank Colta. One of the first bodybuilders I ever saw in a magazine. Frank Colta. Okay, Frank Colta. Right there. Great bodybuilder. I think he's in Florida now. Love that shit. Unbelievable. Alright. I'm going crazy here with these fucking magazines. I could go nuts. Alright, let's get busy. Alright. As we get started, I have to say, remember my boy Paul DeMeo, the real quadzilla. And these guys today, a lot of guys have giant quads today. A lot. But they don't have quads like him. His quads were fucking beautiful. Beautiful shaped, beautiful structure, ripped just right. Beautiful quads, man. Paul DeMeo. Let me see right here, let's see. Paulie DeMeo. Look at those quads. Not retarded looking, okay? The whole physique, bro. Right there. Look at that physique. Look at the lats on him. The way everything was. His arms were huge. But look at those. The legs went in. The calves were huge. Beautiful legs. Like two dolphins almost. Not none of these fucking retarded things like what his name has, right? Look. Like Big Ram, he's got fucking giant thighs, bro. But they ain't like that. I gotta give Victor Richards credit, though. He had thighs like that. A lot like that. But Victor, I think his physique, Paulie DeMeo's physique was better overall. Although Victor Richards was super freaky. Both of them were fucking freaks. But anyway, that's my boy, Paulie DeMeo. And look, right there. You want a great shirt? Right here, look. Right here. Muscular Development's very own. That's a shirt right there, bro. You want one with my fucking ugly mug on it? Get a hold of Joe Pietaro, and that could be yours right there. Alright? Remember, go to Chaos Nutrition, chaosnutrition.com. Tell the Godfather I sent you there. The Godfather Chaos, that's my boy. He was Rich Piana's boy, okay? And he's got a lot of good things going on. I hope this COVID shit lifts, and I hope one day I get to go to one of these expos, and I'll be with him, okay? So God bless the Godfather Chaos, and chaosnutrition.com. You know, I just want to say, getting back to what we started out talking about old school bodybuilding. Everybody and their brother, they talk about old school like today because it's like a gimmick. I've been talking about this shit for a long time. Shit's in my book. Stories, crazy shit that happened, you know. I used to have pictures on the walls of, in my room of all bodybuilders. I've told a lot of this story before. My father used to say to me, I don't understand, man. Most teenage boys have pictures of girls in bikinis and everything else. And my son's got pictures of oiled up muscle men in their underwear. And he meant posing trunks. Because I had Arnold, I had Lou Ferrigno, I had Danny Padilla, I had Franco Colombo. You know what I'm saying? I had a lot of fucking guys like that on there. And I loved it. You know, I even had Ronnie Tuffle was on my wall. I had a whole wall full of bodybuilders, you know. But listen, back in the day, when I started training, guys weren't into bodybuilding. Nobody was into bodybuilding. Guys in high school would lift the weights a little bit, but not like I did. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have the physique like I did. Talk to anybody who went to high school with me. They'll tell you, you know. And, I was jacked, and my class, the guys I was in with, Charlie Gasparino, who's Fox Business News right now. Google him, Charlie Gasparino. Some of you know Fox Business News. He's one of their guys on TV every day. Well, he's always on the Neil Cavuto show and everything. He's my boy. I trained with him and his brother Jimmy Gasparino, who's a doctor. Runs one of the Brooklyn hospitals. The main doctor that runs the whole hospital. Okay, Terrence Murphy, who was Yorktown. We went to the same high school with us, and we all grew up together. We hung out together. He went on to be Senator Terrence Murphy for New York. Dr. Carlin Coker, who's very famous with all. He's a doctor to most of the movie stars, a lot of the UFC guys, from Frank Shamrock to what's his name, Rampage Jackson, all them guys. Okay, we all grew up together. Isn't that funny? And then, AOC went to my high school, too. She lives right down the road from me. My girlfriend does eBay and offer up and all that shit, So my girlfriend makes a lot of sales doing that shit. That's what she does. And we just got garbage from AOC's family's house. They throw shit out. So she will go over there, she goes junk picking my daughter. My girlfriend. She'll find shit like, oh shit, look at this. It's like, there, look at this fucking candle holder. It's made of brass, and AOC's mother was throwing this shit out, so we took it, But the same, AOC grew up. AOC's not from the fucking Bronx, bro. She grew up here. You know what I mean? I lived in the Bronx longer than she did. She didn't grow up there. She got out when she was like 2. I was out here when I was like 13. But anyway, regardless. So, when I was younger, when I saw a bodybuilder, I remember one time I'm driving, and I'm in a little mall, a strip mall over here, and I see this guy walking, and he's got a Gold's Gym shirt on, and I fucking saw, Gold's Gym shirt on. And I jumped out of the car. My car was still fucking driving. I run to grab it. And I run over, dude, you're a bodybuilder, right? And he's like, yeah, well, you too, huh? And we met like that. You know what I mean? We were just like, we were attracted to each other. It's like, it's like when you walk a dog and a dog sees another dog, especially if it's the same breed. They stare at each other, right? You know what I mean? That's the way in the old days, that's the way bodybuilders were. There was none of this shit like, I'm bigger than him, yo, bro, he's fucking pussy, There's none of that shit. There was nothing like that. Nothing. I met one of my best friends, okay? John Gatch. John, if you're watching this, God bless. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope all's well. Corona. I was in a nightclub. Gemini. That's where I had to fight with, D. Schneider kicked my ass, but, Mark Mendoza, the bass player, and I went at it because of my girl at the time was cheating on me with him. But anyway, that's a long story. And I've already told that story. And then some of you are like, you tell the same story over again. Shut up. Not everybody heard it. It's people ask. So I had that fight, with Twisted Sister in a club called Gemini. They were nobody. That was way before they were famous. They were nobody, bro. They were nobody. D. Schneider jumped on me, beat the fuck out of me from behind, And I was, 17? I snuck in a club, 18. What else? But, when I was in that club, I met a guy, and we became, like, yo, dude, you work out? We were in the bathroom, taking a piss. And, I'm like, dude, oh my God, bro, your arms look big. And he starts, let me see your arms. So we're over there posing, and we both take off our shirt, and we're in there fucking doing like posing. Hey, people coming in and out to go to the bathroom and stuff. And we're like, high five, yeah, yo, bro, where you train? I train in my basement, Because back then a lot of guys trained in the basement. And I trained in my room for most of the time. And I trained with the plastic weights, which I'm going to show you in one of these shows. I have plastic weights here and everything. But I trained with the plastic weights, and I had a Caldor bench press. Caldor's was, you old school guys should know what Caldor's is. But it was like, like a fucking Walmart or Kmart type place. As a matter of fact, the Caldor's I bought my shit from became Kmart. So, in Kmart socks. But anyway, so we all met. I was ripping my clothes off. We were in a fucking club over there, flexing, doing most musculars, and dudes are standing around because nobody else had muscles. So they were standing around like, whoa, oh shit. And then that's how we became friends. So John, if you're watching this, you remember that. I know you do. And, you know, that's how you became. I was at another thing. I was at a carnival, like a fireman's carnival. I was a sophomore in high school, and I was walking around there, and I had the, I had the lats flared, the tight shirt, you know what I mean, with the t-shirt, came here, and I held the jacket over the arm, walking, and everybody would laugh, and I'm like, what are these fucking people laughing at? It's because there was a kid behind me who was mocking me. He would walk with his arms sticking out like this, and he had he would make believe he had a jacket on his arm. But he was a bodybuilder too. He was really built. He wasn't as big as me, but he was really well put together. And when I turned around, I called him. He said, "Oh man, I'm sorry." And I was like, "No, dude, you look great." And we just started talking. I wound up going over his house. We were benching together, with the fucking plastic weights and doing flies and, all that shit, and having little bench contests and everything, and that's how we became friends, and I'm still friends with him to this day. Mike Parletta. A lot of you guys, he's won some NPC shows, but we all did, dude, it was a camaraderie back then. And never did we, we didn't go at each other, say, oh, he's more built than him, or I'm more built than him, or he's got no chest, he's got no legs, he's got no this, that. We didn't do that, bro. We worked together. Come on, dude, you want to get your chest up? I'll show you. Come on, dude, you want to get your legs up? That's the way we worked out, bro. We loved it. I couldn't wait to work out. I blew off dates with chicks to go work out. Like, my friend wanted to work out that day, and we were going to yeah, let's have a fucking sick biceps. We read the story about Schwarzenegger in the woods. You know what I'm saying? Doing 100 sets, fucking hundreds of sets of squats, drinking and shit. We didn't drink, but we would drink protein shit, shakes. And back then the protein shakes were like chalk. We'd have the Hoffman protein, but we go over each other's house and we do yo, dude, we're going to do 100 sets of flies. Let's do this shit. We'd be over there, and flies, and standing there checking our pumps and doing most muscular pose. You go next. He's going next. He's helping me. I'm helping him. That's the way it was. That was old school bodybuilding. We did not sit around and talk about drugs. We didn't even know what drugs were. If I would have said steroids, they'd be like, what? What the fuck is that? What is that? I told you, the first time somebody told me I'm natural, I tell the story all the time, I tell it again, was Peter Neff, who was a phenomenal natural bodybuilder, who won the USA, the Junior USA, excuse me, in the NPC, natural, no steroids. He beat a lot of guys. He's even beaten Tom Twillinger, a lot of old school guys. Natural. And you don't believe me? Ask Dave Palumbo, because he was Dave Palumbo's first trainer, taught Dave Palumbo how to diet and everything. His name was Peter Neff. Okay, he became one of my best friends. He used to sleep over at my house, help me get ready for shows, But the first time he talked about natural, oh, I'm not on steroids, I'm natural. And I thought, what is natural? I thought maybe he meant he was a vegan. He ate only vegetables. Because back then, there was a little bit of that argument. Natural, Bill Pearl eats nothing but vegetables. Meat is bad for you. This kind of, there was a little bit of that, okay? If you really want to be big, you really want to be fit, the way to lose body fat, eat vegetables, don't eat meat. That kind of thinking. There was that. But nobody ever thought, I can take this pill right here. I thought maybe to cut fat, we took lecithin. That shit used to float to the top. You old school guys, you remember that shit. Lecithin, I took bee pollen, that shit would float to the top. Okay? It wasn't in capsules, we took it in fucking, spoonfuls. What's his name sold it? Fucking Hoffman. Is it in his fucking magazine here? Lecithin. It's probably in here somewhere. So, I took lecithin. Holy shit, did I just see Peter Neff? I have pictures of him so I could show you. No, it's not him. We took the lecithin. It came with the little cap that opened. By the way, here, look. Bertle Fox. It's before he hung his wife. Before he killed his wife. Right there. Bertle Fox, I think he was. Dude, he's a dick, though. Sorry. Met him in the gym. Was an asshole. He's big, but narrow. You know what I mean? Wait, there's got to be a fucking picture of the fucking shit I took. Because it was very, I took, it had a little round, you pop the thing with a spoon, and it was almost like fucking the old Nestle's Quick. It had that little round metal cap in like a round jug and shit. You pop it out like this, and you scoop out the fucking stuff, and then you put the metal cap back on. You know, and that's what I took. I used to think that was getting me cut. Dude, I would take this shit and then run and look in the mirror and think like, oh, am I cut yet? Shit like this. So this is the high protein that I took right here. I took the same one right here. Okay, super high protein. Like, but do you see the metal? That's the metal on the metal. It's like the old Nestle Quick. The Nestle Quicks might have been like more rectangular and everything, but it had that metal thing. You pop it out, you scoop out the shit with a with a spoon. I had that. I had the bee pollen. Lecithin. I always thought that got you took the liver tabs, you know. But we didn't know about steroids. We didn't care. Anyway, we were into training. Old school guys trained for the love of the gym. We trained for the love of the gym. It's the truth. We just love being in the gym, and we love being around each other, because we learned from each other. You know, I mean, one guy would say, like, you know, to this day, I used to do massive incline presses. I won a bench show, but I used to take 315 and I would lean it on my chest like this, lay it across my chest on an incline like this, right? And the bar would be just laying. I could drop my hands down like this, and I'd stand and I'd talk to my friend, and they would laugh like, "You crazy bastard!" Then I'd grab it like this, and I could do 20 reps with it. I've done over in the high fours on incline. Okay, I couldn't do any of that now, dude. I can't even do that on a flat bench. But I was very good, you know, on the bench and on the incline. But what really made my chest grow and squared my shoulders off and all that shit was doing neck presses. So I do on a Smith machine. I bring the bar down to the neck, right? And I do that. And that was showed to me by one of the guys, you know, because it actually hits your upper chest and kind of squares off your shoulders, you know. These are things you learn from other guys, bro. Didn't learn it from reading it in a magazine. I learned it from other guys. Now, I would read stuff in the magazine, and then I go to the guys. Guys, what do you think, man? Look at this arm. We'd all be looking, oh, shit, let me see that article. Yeah, I see it. You know, yeah. You know, by the way, remember this? Olympic International. This is about the Olympic plates and shit, right? Look at that. Remember that? Olympic International. Anyway, so we, you know, sometimes we try things like that, or, you know, we would go out and say, like, you know, like from my house, I'd buy either one of those, like some handle or something like that, or bar. Or when I was young, we'd go to the gym. Or see, when the gym first opened with us, it was a Nautilus gym only, and you got to only do Nautilus. And bro, you had to do the Nautilus system, because the guy that owned the gym, his name was Bob Biff. He was a disciple of Arthur Jones. Now you have no idea. Arthur Jones taught him. And taught him this is the way to do it, and you can't do it any other way. And that shit was brutal, bro. One set to absolute, positive, not just momentary failure. Failure. You fucking do another rep or die. That kind of shit. And it was brutal, bro. 1 set could last 5 minutes. And it's kind of what Dorian Yates did, and it's a little bit of like what fucking, you know, Mensa did. They modified it a little bit, but let me tell you, I tried that training, and that was no fun. I like going to the gym. I like socializing. I like to be with the guys, you know what I mean? And we would talk, and we would work out, and we'd exchange ideas. Bodybuilding was fun back then. Old school bodybuilding was camaraderie. Arnold trained in the gym with the same guys he went up on stage with. Okay, and don't believe all that stuff. I told one guy to oil up, or told, I don't remember, it was Colombo he told, or one of them, he told him to oil up with, you know, with motor oil. That's bullshit. They're not that stupid. Just, you know, I mean, Franco and I didn't get along, okay? I was not his friend, let's just put it that way. He was not my friend either, okay? So we didn't really get along or see eye to eye. I think I don't get along with Lou Ferrigno even more, but that's another ball game. That's his fucking fault, not mine. But, you know, we would go and, you know, those guys would train with Arnold and then compete against him. Now, of course, you know, to make the movie juicy in Pumping Iron, you know, my father died, I didn't even go to the funeral, what for, you know, that's all bullshit. That's all, I'm sorry to, you know, really shit on your parade, but none of that happened, okay, not like that. they had to make the movie, you know, they had to make the movie a little bit more, you know, like competitive, like, you know, like this, where guys like, but they weren't. They all got along. They would work out together. They would lay on the beach together. They would go out to eat together. Leon Brown, who's one of my closest friends, that fucking guy could tell you everything Schwarzenegger ate, shit, drank, farted, everything. He could tell you everything. He knows things that you wouldn't even know, okay? And to this day, Arnold still talks. So one thing I gotta give it on, Arnold's politics suck. Okay? I don't like his politics at all. I think he's got a little bit of rat in him with that shit, but I gotta give him one thing. One thing I will give Schwarzenegger. One thing is that he still sticks by his friends. And the friends that were friends of him back then are still friends with him now. That's the old school way. These guys today couldn't do that. They couldn't train with each other right now. Alright? Today would be a show, like who looks better? Don't look, his lats need more work, my lats are lower, this, whatever the fuck. Okay? Bro, you know what? Just get me more trend. Fuck that motherfucker. He looks good, bro. Bro, I'm just gonna up the trend. I'll be fucking like 10 pounds bigger. That didn't happen. That's new school, guys. Guys back then didn't give a shit about drugs like that. They cared, you know, yes, they did drugs. I'm not gonna fucking say they didn't do drugs. But it wasn't about that. Okay, it wasn't about that. They did D-ball, Prima Ball, and Test Deca, you know, shit like that, you know? Blasterone, you know. You know what I'm saying? STH, shit like that. They didn't fuck around with the shit that today, forget about it. They weren't doing insulin, growth factor, growth hormone, fucking Ligandrol, MK67. They weren't doing that shit. You know? It was different. They didn't live for drugs. They lived for training. And he ate clean. That's what they did. So that's the way. I'm sorry if I'm going a little off now. If I sound like that, I just, you know, you might have heard my girlfriend come in and interrupt me with the, well, I was doing a video here because she had to tell me something that I had to take care of because of some serious bullshit, you know, people stealing in your account and shit like that. I'm not going to get into it. But, yeah. Fucking A, man. Alright, bring back Trump. Anyway, Corona. I don't even know where I left off. But the bottom line is, look. Alright, I'm gonna answer your questions. I want to answer your questions. That's what I want to do. But I gotta get you guys a little bit on the right page and know what we're talking about here. This is old school training. Okay? And I want you to know about old school. I want you to know how it was. And that's what makes bodybuilding so special. That's why you talk to bodybuilders today and they say, nah, it's not like it was. Nah, you know, because everybody was camaraderie today. It wasn't a beauty pageant. It was who's got bigger arms, who's more jacked. Today, you look at these guys, every one of them are fucking super jacked. Back when Schwarzenegger was winning the Mr. Olympia, okay, there was the over 200 and the under 200. Everybody was in the under 200. Everybody, the Frank Zane, Franco Colombo, Danny Padilla, all the legends. The only guys over were, you know, over the 200 mark were Arnold, Lou Ferrigno, okay, Serge Nubret, you know, Walker there, what the fuck's his name, Kenny Waller, you know, people like that. There wasn't a lot of guys over 200, Mike Katz. You know, those guys were over 200, but there wasn't a lot of guys. Everybody was in the under 200. Today, you couldn't get girls under 200, for Christ's sake. You know what I'm saying? It's not because the human being is evolved. It's because it's all drugs today. And that's another thing, okay? Back in the old school day when it came to drugs, guys cycled their drugs. I can tell you for a fact that Danny Padilla only did steroids 3 months out of the year. 3 months. Okay? 3 months out of the year he did steroids. Same thing with Arnold. Same thing with fucking... They all used to... Some did 6 months, some did 8 months. Some went on all year, but not most. Most did like 3 months on, 6 months on, and it's 6 months off. Okay? I think the old school guys cared more about their bodies. You didn't see bitch tits that much. Go look at it. Listen, Go look at these fucking magazines, okay? You didn't see bitch tits. This guy ain't got no bitch tits, okay? You didn't see bitch tits the way you see today. You see teenagers. There's teenagers who already have to have bitch tit fucking surgery. Okay? Everybody today is about steroids and eating more food and this. Guys ate clean. We ate clean. We were obsessed with eating clean. We wanted that protein, the meat, you know what I mean? The eggs, you know, stuff like that. We ate like that. Cottage cheese, you know, that's the way we ate. We even ate vegetables, salads, you know, there's pictures, watch Pumping Iron. You see fucking Ferrigno sitting there eating a salad in his room or at the desk, you know what I mean, at the dinner table, excuse me. He ate a salad, you know what I mean? Arnold was eating a fried egg the morning of a show. Remember, he was just shaking, you got me scared, and he's shaking like this. You know, they drink a coffee. It was different back then. I think it was a lot healthier, okay? It was a lot less drugs, you know, and a lot less bullshit. You know, that's the way it was. And guys gave their bodies a break. They did. They weren't on all year long. They were not on steroids all year long. Today, it's a sin. It's a sin what's going on today. It's a sin what they did to my sport. You know, now, yes, everybody likes a mass march. You go out there and you look at, like, Big Rammy. You know, and you're like, wow, look at how fucking big he is. Oh, my God. But let me tell you something. That's nice to you. But those guys can't do shit. These big guys are not nearly as athletic as back in the day. Schwarzenegger, those guys used to run. You know what I'm saying? Those guys could fucking play Olympic sports. They played football. You know, you saw even a fucking, you know, Robbie Robinson running fucking patterns, playing football, throwing footballs and shit. You know what I mean? These guys today can't throw a football, just worked out. You know, they want to break down more muscle tissue. I need to, you know, get out of here with that. You know what I mean? The camaraderie was the most important thing. No, we all loved each other. We were like a dog seeing another dog. It just was, you know, wherever you saw bodybuilding, I'd be yelling out the window. I'd be driving a car. I'd see a guy who lift the weights on his fucking lawn. You know what I mean? And be like, hey, oh, hey, what's up? Oh, hey. Well, I'd stop my car, get out, introduce myself to him. You know what I mean? It's the way it was, you know? I mean, I remember Paulie DeMeo right there telling me stories about how he would, you know, he'd drive to a neighborhood where fucking, you know, this neighborhood, you know, in that neighborhood, they kind of like, you know, clash a little bit, but he would drive by and he'd see Mike Matarazzo outside on his front lawn cutting the grass. He said, I'd go around the block 3 times just because I couldn't believe how big his calves were. You know, this is before, I think this is when Matarazzo used to box. I don't even know if he was a bodybuilder yet back then, but he said he was so naturally jacked with these giant calves, you know. All I'm trying to tell you is that was a camaraderie. You know, today it's a beauty pageant. It's like a jealousy thing, you know. Every girl's a fitness, you know. She's trained for 6 months. She's diet, done a little bit of keto, and now she's an expert. I think I want to get into personal training and, like, you know, I've got clients and, you know, get them and have her own YouTube channel. Okay, guys, this is what I want you to do. Get the fuck out of here. Listen. Fuckos, I could fucking make gazillion dollars on here. And I'm a broke ass, but I'm a happy broke ass, okay? I could make $1 million if dude, I've been on regular TV shows, real TV, not no fucking YouTube. But I could sit here and fucking make video after video after video after video. I could go on my channel and just keep talking and telling stories and bada bang, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing, bada bing. And you know, I could have brought my fucking audience up, hundreds of thousands of followers. You know, I don't do that because that's not my passion to do that. You know, I like the lifting and everything. You know, I want to work my channel more, but just because I want to get my messages out. You know what I mean? Gabish. But I'm not one of these guys like to hear myself talk and, you know, what's going on? You know, I don't want to do that shit every day. I'm not gonna make a video a day. I can't. I don't have that shit in me, man. You know. So anyway, I'm giving you a taste of what old school bodybuilding was. When it came to training, we trained. Okay, we trained, and we liked to train with each other. It was fun, because we learned from each other. We liked to listen to each other. We liked getting tips from each other. We liked to see, dude, why are you doing it like that? No, dude, hold the dumbbells. Bring them more over here. Oh, fuck yeah, dude, I feel that. We were camaraderies, you know what I mean? Comrades. Camaraderies. Holy shit. The bish, that's what bodybuilding is really about. Is that. Okay? That's old school bodybuilding. Working out with your boys, having fun, and nobody's talking about steroids. Okay? And when you went home, you couldn't wait to have a protein shake, you know, you wanted to eat, you know. In the morning, you made sure you had them eggs, even if you drank them fuckers raw, which I've done many a time. Today, you don't eat the ice. I used to go to the butcher and get the, you know, the hamburger meat. Back then, we called it chopped meat. We used to get the chopped meat. You know, I throw a little salt on it, and I eat a pound of chopped meat. A pound. And drink milk with it. Brr, 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 brr. Whole milk. None of this skim milk bullshit. That's what we did. Because we didn't know. But you know what? It got us to where we wanted to be. Go look at my physique. Natural. Natural. I'll challenge any of these motherfuckers naturally. Okay? There you go. Old school. That's the old school way. You learn from your boys. Not from some guy on YouTube, you know, that's fucking, he sounds like he's gay. Well, you know, this is what you need to do, you know, fucking, I don't even know their names and stuff. I'm not even going to get into it. It's bullshit. Everybody talking about drugs. The minute you talk about drugs, people are like, what? What? Wait, what? What do you say? What do you say? Tren what? It's this new drug, you know, Tren urinate, you know. Oh, you gotta try it. It's the urine from cows mixed with Tren and all this other shit. And people like get all excited. Oh, I can't wait to try this new drug, Tren urinate. Let me call my friend. We weren't like that, bro. We couldn't wait to go to the gym. And when we saw a guy in the gym who was even bigger than us, we'd watch the way he trained. We'd go over there. We'd talk with him. We'd instantly make friends with him. We'd work out with him. And he'd teach us what he knew. And we'd show him certain things we knew. That is old school bodybuilding. So now, if you motherfuckers want to talk to me and you want to get some questions going, you ask me legit questions. Don't ask me stupid shit, okay? You want to learn about old school bodybuilding? I'm your guy. Not some fucking YouTube Momo who read it in a magazine or has been training. I started training 20 years ago. That's not old school. Shit, man. I got fucking underwear that rolled in that, okay? You gotta be kidding me, man. 20 years ago. Shit. I'm gonna be 61. I'm closer to 70 than I am to 50. Unfortunately. I mean, I'm glad I made it this far, but you know what I'm talking about. Alright? So that's old school bodybuilding. When you can't wait to train with your boys. Nobody's talking about drugs. You're talking about training. You're having a good time. You're really into the weights. Nobody's trying to go too heavy. You're learning. You're trying different things because some guy over there, look at, wait, who's that guy over there? Oh, shit, dude, he's pretty built. Yo, look at the way he's doing that. Excuse me, what's your name? Hey, how you doing? Listen, I'm Greg. This is Mike. You know, dude. Yeah, what'd you do? You know, what's going? You know, we start talking. You know, now? How are you doing it? What's that for? So when I do this, you're saying to turn the dumbbell. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's try that, Jimmy. Let's try that. We lay down. Yeah, turn the dumbbell. That's old school bodybuilding. Today, nobody does that. Gotta stay in the gym. Anybody who's a little bit built today, he's got a little bit of a build on him. You know, he's juiced up and shit. He's got his chin up in the air, thinking he's a badass. Until some fucking skinny little girl like my Doug Rose comes in the gym, who looks like a fucking nothing little girl, 110 pounds, and she fucking kicks him in the head, and he's out like this. Okay, but he's standing around acting all big and bad. Yeah, bro. Let me tell you something. I'm taking an MMA class later. You know, I'm fucking jacked right now. You know. Look at that guy. He's a pussy, bro. Give me a break. That's not old school. Those are asshole bodybuilders. Alright? So now you know about old school. Again, when I was in high school, I raised my hand in the class. Tell her, I teach you, I gotta go to the bathroom. I go in between the sinks, 2 sinks. I go between the 2 sinks and I'd be doing dips. I'd be doing pull-ups on the fucking like this, on the stall. Okay, sometimes I go on one sink and I keep my legs on the floor and I do, you know, bench dips and shit. I call them bench dips, but tricep dips and shit. Do no weight squats in the stall. I come back and I'm fucking sweating like I took a bad shit, but I'm all pumped and shit, and I'm walking into class. Then I'm sitting there with the teachers talking, I'm drawing muscles, writing up fucking bodybuilding routines. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, let's change this. Maybe if I change my bicep routine, that's all I did. That's old school, bro. Alright. Alright, guys, listen to me. Be good to your girl, be good to your wife, be good to your significant other. Wear your obedience mask until until they tell you you could begin your life again. You know what I mean? But you gotta do what you gotta do. Don't be a dick and start causing trouble and want to fight everybody in a fucking room. Nobody likes that, And then when you're in jail, you ain't so tough, believe me. So, be smart. Be good to your kids. Pay your child support. Be good to your significant other. Stop fucking around. Okay? Stop fucking around. You want to get old school? You talk to me. That's not old school. This motherfucker is old school. I get the battle wounds to prove it. Alright. See you in the next video.